one, two, one, two.
Oh, tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't make up your mind yet. You know. You know. You might
reserve judgment.
What time? It's 7 o'clock? 6:45 to 7:45, I believe. Yeah.
So yeah, you might want to take a nap at that point. You'd be like, no, you got.
I just said
Welcome back to the 10th anniversary of Sea Glass Gala. And welcome to all of you joining us virtually. We've been waiting endlessly for you to join us. We're so glad you're here. There are about 35 of us at the Lancaster Country Club. We're having a great time, but we miss all of you that aren't here in real time. So welcome and thank you for joining us. So let's see, the outline for this evening, and we're going to do this sort of quick step staccato. We want to keep this thing moving. No Darth Vader outfit tonight. It's too hot. So here's the outline. I'm going to be making some opening remarks and recognitions. We're going to follow that with a special thank you from our TeenHope program. The third is our music this evening, and I'm going to let Tom introduce he and his band in a few minutes, and then we're going to end with the famous Sea Glass Gala raffle. We still have time to buy raffle tickets, everyone. There's only 2 in my fishbowl out there, and I'm not happy about that. I'm just kidding. There's plenty. So first, a special thanks to the Gala Planning Committee. I'm going to announce the names, and then at the end of the names, please rise to be acknowledged with a round of applause. And for those of you at home, you also are to stand and applaud. It's a two-way camera that we have at your house. All right, committee members, Michelle Atwater, Barb Kellum, Ruthie McElvena, and Faye Schultz, and of course in the backdrop or the background, we always have Stephanie Martin and my dear friend, Anita Hanna. Would you please rise to be recognized? Anita, was I supposed to introduce myself to the friends that are virtual? I'm Greg Scott. I just did. So anyway, for this committee, really, as you can imagine, had their work cut out this year. Holy mackerel. I mean, for 9 years, we did the same thing over and over, right? And all of a sudden, everything got turned upside down. So things were changing and moving around up until the last minute. It was like being at the county shooting gallery. It was a moving target everywhere, but they pulled it off. We'd like to thank our event sponsors. We are thanking Natural Light Films, Schultz Transportation, Special Occasions and Queen Street Linens, Triode Media Group, and of course the Samaritan Counseling Center Board of Directors. And last but not least, a special thanks to Pedals with Style, who are responsible for the gorgeous arrangements here at our tables. Let's give them a round of applause. We'd also, of course, like to thank our table sponsors, because without table sponsors, we wouldn't have tables to sit at. So if you look at your programs, and those of you at home, the programs are on the website. You can see friends and benefactors responsible for this evening's program. So thank you very much to them. We want to thank our raffle sponsors. Same thing. We didn't have raffle sponsors, we wouldn't have anything to raffle. And it's a very diverse group. There's 12 raffle items available this evening. They range anywhere from wine tasting to fine art to jewelry to painting to decorating, bed and breakfast, even a race car driving event at the Indy 500. So it's a very diverse group. We have another 33 minutes to throw your dollars into the raffle fish bowls. Please do it. We need it. Remember that every dollar that goes to the raffle tickets is a dollar that goes 100% to our Samaritan Center programs and provides counseling for individuals, couples, and families who cannot otherwise afford to receive the much-needed counseling. So please take the raffles seriously. It's very important. And it also goes to programs such as TeenHope. In looking at those raffle items, I made just a comment a second ago about the Indy 500. If you really ought to read what that's about. This is like the first time we've ever had this in the 10 years that I've been doing this program. And the Indy 500 includes 4 tickets to the 2021 race. And it also includes, get this, it includes admission to the pits. Isn't that cool? I've always wanted to go to the pit. I don't even know what that is. I don't do race car driving. But it sounded neat. Oh, it includes the pits. Oh, yeah, get me to the pits. The closest thing I have to an Indy 500 is driving from here to Maine. Trust me. Going through Connecticut, buckle up, hold on. It's a white knuckle experience. All right, so moving along. Basically, end of story, beginning of story. We're here to celebrate this evening. We're here to celebrate all that the Samaritan Counseling Center does in our community, will do, and can do. This is an exciting celebration. Again, it's different in that it's a different scale this evening, but we know all of you virtually are with us 100%. So thank you very much. As many of you know, we launched the TeenHope program 2 years ago. 2 years already. That's hard to believe. And it takes a boatload of volunteers to make that happen. It's a very special event. We had no idea that it would grow in the leaps and bounds that it has grown in the last 2 years. So thank you for everyone that has volunteered, everyone that continues to volunteer for this, and I'll call it a vital community program. And you're going to learn much more about it once I get off the microphone up here. But I have a fan blowing on me, so I'm nice and cool. I forgot last year that, remember the auction last year? The four of you that weren't there, we had an auction, a live auction last year. And that night we raised $37,000 for the TeenHope program, just in one evening auction. That was amazing. So at this time, I would like to invite to the podium Executive Director Gerald Ressler and Chairman of the Board of Directors, Jody Reinhardt. Jody and Gerald, the microphone and the fan is yours.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah, that fan is pretty nice. I might stay up here a while. Just one small correction to what Greg said. The TeenHope program has been around for a few more years than 2 years, but you'll hear about our campaign that started 2 years ago. I think that's what you're referring to. Correct. Okay. Thank you all for being here, and thanks to the folks at home for being a part of this as well. We hope you're all doing well, that you're staying safe, and that you're healthy. As is true for all businesses and organizations, this is a challenging time. Mental health counseling is an essential service, and as you can imagine, it is needed now in this environment more than ever. During the pandemics, Samaritan never shut down. Rather, thanks to our fast responding, flexible staff, we converted from in-person to virtual therapy in a matter of a week. We had to learn new tools, create new policies and procedures, and proactively make changes continuously as the world changed around us. So I'm very proud that we were able to make that pivot so quickly. Not only do I thank all of our staff who've been working hard throughout this time, but I also want to thank all of you. All of our donors and supporters that have never faltered and have stayed steadfast in your support of Samaritan. We couldn't have done it without you.
Good evening. I do want to echo Gerald's comments about all the supporters. We are so blessed and fortunate at Samaritan Counseling Center to have so many different supporters and so many different aspects of what we do. So from the board of directors, I want to thank you all for making this night happen and all the things that you do throughout the year. When we put out our annual report at the beginning of the year, the topic or the theme was change. And we got that one right. So we have some more changes coming because we didn't have enough in the first part of the year. We have more changes coming. As many of you know, Gerald Ressler is retiring in September. So we are going to bid farewell to Gerald, but I just want to thank Gerald for all of his service, many years of service. And you know, the thing that struck me about working with Gerald is he is so passionate about our people, our employees, our clients, and just the mission in general. And we're really going to miss Gerald. So thank you, Gerald, Gerald for all your service. And so as we move forward, we're in a different time and a new place, and I think this is actually a good time to talk about our new executive director. We went through a process as soon as we knew that Gerald was retiring. The board set upon a process to set up a search committee, and that search committee was board, but also a community member from the board. We took this very seriously. We talked to community members, stakeholders, employees, Gerald especially. We wanted all of the input from all of you to make this very important decision moving forward. So we have screened multiple candidates, and we are excited that we have made an offer to an executive director. We have appointed that person as a member of the board and the board as a whole, and that person has accepted. We are not ready to make the announcement yet as to just who that is. We are working on transition and making sure all the proper people are notified in that communication process, but look forward to that communication in the coming weeks. We're really excited to make that announcement, and I'm excited for all of you to get to know this individual as we move forward in a bit of a new world. So thank you for being here tonight, and once again, thank you to Gerald. We're really going to miss him. Big shoes to fill.
Thank you. Thanks, Jody. And I want to say, too, that it's been a pleasure working with board members over the years. That's one of the things I've enjoyed a lot at Samaritan. And I look around the room and see a variety of board members who have been a part of that. And that's been a pleasure for me, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work with Jody as the board chair for the last couple of years. So thank you, Jody. And I wanted to mention that I've had a couple of opportunities to talk to the person who's going to be taking over as executive director, and that's been really exciting for me to do that because I feel so good about this person and feel really excited to see where they're going to lead Samaritan into the future. So I'll be excited for you to know who it is and to meet them as well. So now back to why we're here this evening. As we mentioned before, your support provides mental health services to folks who wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise. And it allows us to provide services that wouldn't happen if we didn't have the support of our donors. So we're very grateful for that support. Although there are many things about Samaritan that I feel very proud and pleased about, a variety of services that we offer, that I want to focus tonight on a program that you've been hearing about, that you've heard about over the last couple of years, and that Greg has mentioned, and that is our TeenHope program. TeenHope is a program that screens middle and high school students for depression, anxiety, and suicide risk. In a little bit, we'll be showing you a video that will explain why we do this program and how it works. The statistics right here in Lancaster County that are part of why we do this program are pretty sobering. And if you looked in your program, you might have seen these already, but 36% of teens, or I guess you can see it on the monitor too, 36% of teens have felt sad and depressed most days in the last year. 16% of students have had serious suicidal thoughts in the last year, and 9.7, or really 10% of our teens have attempted suicide. That one just boggles my mind. It's hard for me to wrap my head around that 10% of our teens have actually attempted suicide at least once. Now, these statistics are gathered every 2 years by the state, and these were compiled before the COVID-19 health crisis. I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens when the next round of statistics come out, because as you can imagine, I think we can expect to see even more dire, more challenging numbers come out of that, and more reason for the work that we do. It's also important for you to know that TeenHope is almost 100% donor funded. It's one of those services that without donors it just wouldn't happen. But it's a service that does happen because our donors are there and provide the support. So already with your support, TeenHope has exceeded all of our expectations, And I'd like you to hear a little bit more about that. I'd like to invite Kim Moore, who is the director of the TeenHope program, to the podium to tell you a little bit more of the specifics about TeenHope. Kim?
Thank you. Thank you, Carol. I was excited to join you all tonight, not only because I support Samaritan Center and obviously TeenHope, but this is the first time in 5 months that I've dressed up from head to toe. And it's not just been from the waist up for a Zoom meeting, so this is nice. TeenHope has had a lot of growth over the past couple of years. We are currently in 16 different school systems, and in 4 of those districts, we screen in several grade levels. The schools that we screen in are listed in your program, and for those of you that are viewing online, that list is available at the Sea Glass Gala website. I had to say that very slowly. Since 2013, that's when we began, TeenHope has screened over 11,000 students. And of those students we've screened, over 2,000 of them have been identified as being at risk for depression, anxiety, or suicidal thoughts. That's about 18% of the students that we come across have been identified, which is a staggering number. You're going to hear in the video what we do to follow up with each one of those students. As you know, COVID-19 has changed the ways that schools are functioning, and we're still trying to figure out what that is for the coming year. We're working with each school individually to figure out how we can best provide services to their students. For some schools, we'll be able to do the traditional in-school screening, and for other schools, we're trying to come up with a way to be able to do it virtually, not only for the students that are not comfortable going into schools at this point, but also some of our staff are not comfortable being in the schools. And so we're working on some different protocols to still make that happen. We're in the process of collecting our own PPE equipment to make sure that both our staff and the students are safe. And at this point, I'd like to give a shout out to the Needlework Circle of St. Paul's United Methodist Church in Elizabethtown. We had 4 women that made us some face masks that have a clear panel in the front because we felt it was really important for students to be able to see our faces as we're talking to them. So again, we get support in all kinds of ways from people around us. Prior to COVID-19, we were working on getting our screening into the digital platform, and now more than ever, we're trying to move forward with that because that will certainly ease the way that we can provide this service virtually. We're hoping that sometime in the next year that is actually happening. Because of your support, TeenHope has been able to accomplish so much in the last year, and because of your continued support, we're able to explore new ways to provide services within our community. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much.
Thanks, Kim, and thanks for your leadership of the program. We've been saying quite a bit that in so many ways TeenHope has exceeded our expectations, and you've heard about some of that in terms of services from Kim, and a lot of that is due to our dedicated staff who are working with TeenHope. We started the TeenHope 2020 Challenge campaign in 2017 because we wanted to find a way to sustain the program long term. We had started out hoping to raise $500,000. So many generous people joined that effort to take care of kids in our county that we raised the $500,000 before the campaign even went public. We went public last year at this event. That was in May of last year. So we were planning to continue throughout the year, but we had already reached our goal in May, and we knew that there were a lot of people who still wanted to participate. So we did what any good campaign does. We changed our goal. We changed it to $600,000 and continued the campaign. This allowed us to begin screening some additional grade levels, as Kim mentioned. And by the end of the campaign in December of last year, thanks to the incredibly generous support of donors like you, we were able to surpass that goal and raised over $721,000 to sustain the TeenHope program. I think that deserves a round of applause for yourselves and for everybody at home who was a part of that. Your generosity continues to have a profound impact on the lives of the teens in this community as a result of TeenHope. And we can't thank you enough for that. So I mentioned before that we were going to have a short video. Now's the time for that video. And it's a chance for you to see what your dollars have done to support the TeenHope program and the teens of our community. So again, thank you so much for your support.
When you are alone, it feels like all the walls are closing in and nothing's going your way.
I don't know whether the problem is bigger or just the awareness of the problem is bigger.
A school will work with us to identify a population of kids, and they will be taken a very simple screening of about 10 minutes, and then a mental health professional will be there just to debrief them from that. And if there are any concerns, they would talk briefly to the teen and then would contact the parents and arrange for a referral to whatever service was appropriate.
And the recommendations could be referral to the school counselor or school-based therapy or outpatient therapy, or in some really extreme cases, it might be something that's crisis intervention or needing hospitalization.
There's two ways to take out these kinds of frustrations. There's depression and there's anger. And I was definitely the latter. I was definitely a very angry person.
Adolescents by nature don't have the skills to be able to identify, first of all the things that they're feeling, and secondly, what to do with those feelings. And so part of this program is to give them the tools, to empower them to be able to deal with what's going on.
I struggle with anxiety disorders, and I do see a counselor, so that seems to help a lot. She lets me know that everything is okay and it's okay to be like this and that I'm not alone and that there's reasons for why I feel like this and I shouldn't hide it, and that there's so many kids that go through this every single day.
For me, it's been a long time. It's 33 years. Beth was 22. She was 2 weeks from graduation at Northwestern. She was the quintessential, she was the first of 4 girls. She was athletic and personable and talented and creative and smart and all the things. I mean, all the things that you are when you're going to have a long, wonderful life.
For me, it's my favorite picture on his horse, because he loved to ride a horse. He took his own life. He shot himself. That day changed our lives forever. Suicide is an everyday event throughout the world, and we need to stop it.
I always tell kids it's okay to be struggling with these things. It's okay to have these thoughts. There's not something, you don't need to feel like there's something wrong with you, but you can't just sit with these thoughts. You have to talk about it. You have to get help, because there is life beyond these sometimes terrible teenage years.
What they're able to do by screening teens is identifying those early warning signs and getting those teens to talk, start having conversations with their families.
14 years ago, just a few sessions changed my life in a really great way, because I felt empowered. I was a teenager that felt like I had the tools to really become something huge and hopefully help others along the way, and hopefully see signs in others that I didn't see in myself.
Parents think they know their kids, and we hope we do, but we don't, not everything.
I have 15-year-old grandchildren and 12-year-old and 17-year-old, and it seems to me that they're okay, but you don't really know ever, you know, until you ask.
It's hard to imagine what a 12-year-old is thinking to take his own life. What we need to do is we need to teach people what the warning signs are, but even more than that, we need to teach people what to do when they see them.
Our larger goal is to be in all the schools in Lancaster County by the year 2020. My hope for students that are identified through the TeenHope screening is that they receive the support that they need, that they can see the light at the end of the tunnel and know that they will get through whatever it is they're struggling with and can continue to live a happy and bright life.
Wow. Yes.
What is going on right now in the midst of this pandemic for the teenagers? What are they going through right now?
Gerald, would you come forward, please? I have a fan. And repeat the question, please. See, I can boss them around. Because you're leaving.
Yeah, so I think you're asking, your concern is that teenagers are struggling a lot right now, and what's being done for them. I can tell you that what we're doing is we're providing counseling, and so teens can come in and receive counseling. Right now, over the summer, we're not doing the TeenHope program because it's a program that we've done in schools. So we're waiting for school to get started so we can identify those teens again. And like Kim said, we don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but nonetheless, we're committed to see that we find a way to do it, whether it's remotely or in person. And as I kind of mentioned, I expect that the needs are going to be higher and that we'll identify, Kim said 18% of the kids we screen. I expect to see that percentage be a good bit higher than that when we start screening again. But we'll screen them, identify them, and get them into services if we can.
And if school is not open.
That's why we're looking at remote. We've talked about having them even do it from home, do the screening from home. So we're looking, no matter what the situation is, we're looking at how we can provide the service. I'll start with the last one. The teens that come to us are either referred or they do come and ask for counseling. But part of why we do TeenHope is we know that only 20% of the teens that can benefit from services do that. Only 20% are referred or come and knock on our door. And that's why we do the TeenHope screening and identify those other 80% that we can then help them get into services as well. And you asked about, do they come from broken homes? Some do, but what we see is that it's really across the board. It's any teen from any socioeconomic situation that is experiencing difficulty, and sometimes it's those teens that are the popular sports athletes that are really looked at and admired by other teens, and they're the ones who are struggling and afraid to acknowledge it until you ask. That's why we do the screening. We found that the research says that if you want to identify teens, the best way to do that is ask.
You want to explain that the schools identify the grade that they'd like to screen?
Yeah, Kim was saying that schools identify the grade level that they think is most necessary to screen, and sometimes it's 2 grade levels, but they might look at a class composition and from the history of that class know that it's a class that's struggling a little bit, and they'll have us screen that class. Or there was another situation that was a class that had lost a couple of its members to either accidents or suicide, and then they would want to have that class screened. So we work with the school to identify the best place to do that intervention.
It's yours.
Don't take my notes, Gerald. Thank you for the questions, and Gerald, thanks for the response. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, I'll go off the script as I usually do. There's no doubt in my mind we are absolutely in a whole new frontier. This is the first time, certainly in my history, of not having school start in the autumn. This is crazy. And I have two grandchildren, a girl 13 and a grandson 14. And I know they're totally, you talk about the book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. Even at 13 and 14, I can see it. Becca, at 13, she's the social butterfly. She needs a network of her friends surrounding and swarming. That's how they move around. Grandson, he's fine sitting alone with his Xbox talking to his buddies via video, whatever they do. Totally different. How are we going to be addressing that? I have no idea. So Gerald, I agree. I think the statistics we see a year from now are going to be dramatically different. This is absolutely a new frontier. And what a great time to thank you here and at home for your continued support, belief, dedication, and commitment to these vital programs. We have no choice but to buckle up and ride it out. We'll get through it. We always do. Not that it's easy, but we'll get through it. I'm convinced of that, but thank you for your support. Now, talk about getting fired up and buckled in. Are you ready for some music? Now, I was reading this group's information online, and I stopped. They're called Fire in the Glen. They were founded and formed in 1999. Tom Knapp is the founder. I'm going to let him introduce himself and his band, and it's Megan and Mick. And I was reading things like exciting, eclectic, rollicking, blistering, mug thumping. I decided at that point, I'm going to let him introduce himself. I'm not doing it. Do you have the mic, Tom?
Thank you very much.
Rock and roll, let it go.
When I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Put my hair so back home, that's alright till I go home. She's handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast. She's a couple, 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. They knock at the door and they ring at the bell, saying, oh my true love, are you well? All she comes is a word of snow, with rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Jenny Barry says she'll die if she doesn't get the fella with the roving like that. Me ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Put my hair so my comb, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast. She is a corporal, 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Let the wind and the rain and the hail blow high and the snow come tumbling from the sky. She's as sweet as apple pie, she'll get her own love by and by. And she gets a lot of her own, she won't take a mile when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, it's Albert Mooney she loves to. Tell me ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and so let go, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast. She's a corporal, 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? Tell me ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair and so let go, well that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast. She's a corporal, 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. First question, the most important question, how's the volume? Too loud, too soft, just right? Too loud? Right? We'll take it down just a little bit. How about actually tilt that speaker a little bit that way so it's not pointing right at them. Oh yeah, right at me. You asked for more, right?
Well, you can't hear anyway, so you.
All right, and also at some point let us know. We were told to play for 30 minutes. We were also told to wrap up at 7:45. So somebody let us know which we're doing. If we're playing for 30 minutes, we are happy to do so. But if you need us to stop also, we will do so. But you're not going to hear very much of us. I will keep the speaking to a minimum because we don't have a whole lot of time. But I am Tom, that's Mick, and this is Megan in the middle. And we are Fire in the Glen. And this next song is a Dublin song called The Ferryman.
Oh, the little boats are gone from the breast of Anna Liffey. The ferryman is stranded on the quay. Sure, the Dublin docks are dying, and the way of life is gone. But Molly, it was part of you and me.
Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now.
Was the only job I know. It was hard but never lonely. The Liffey ferry made a man of me. It's gone without a whisper, half forgotten even now. And it's over, Molly, over, can't you see?
Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from my brow.
Well,
I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now.
And now my work is over, and I'll spend my days a roving. I hear them whisper, Charlie's on the door. But Molly, we're still 11, and by God, we're still young. And the river never on my heart and soul.
Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from my brow. Well, I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from my brow. Well, I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to do a set of fiddle tunes for you now. These are Irish jigs, starting off with Road to Lisdoonvarna and wandering onward from there. And it's a set of 4 tunes. You are encouraged to get up and dance. One of the benefits of social distancing is there is always plenty of space on the floor. Lots of space in the room. If you don't want to dance, clap your hands, stomp your feet, hoot and holler. Let us know you're enjoying yourselves. And if you're not enjoying yourselves, lie. Because our feelings are very easily hurt. Thank you very much. All right, we wanted to put together a nice, clean show for you tonight. We're a pub band, so sometimes that can be a very flexible definition. We wanted a clean show tonight, so this next song is about a man without pants. This is a Scottish song, of course. It's a kilt song. It's called Donald, Where's Your Trousers?
I just came down from the Isle of Skye. I'm not very big, but I'm awful shy. The lassie shouted as I walked by, Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, the wind blow low. Down the street on a kilt I go. All the lassies shout, hello! Donald, where's your trousers? Well, a lady took me to the ball. It was slippery in the hall. I was afraid that I might fall because I wasn't wearing trousers. Let the wind blow high, the wind blow low. Down the street in a kilt I go. All the lassies shout, hello! Donald, where's your trousers? Well, they like to wed me, everyone, but let them catch me if you can. You can't put the brakes on the Highland man. He isn't there wearing trousers. Let the wind blow high, the wind blow low. Down the street in a kilt I go. All the lassies shout, hello! Donald, where's your trousers? Oh, the word a kilt is mighty light. It's never wrong.
It's always right.
The Highlanders would get a fright. They saw me wearing trousers. Let the wind blow high, the wind blow low. Down the street in a kilt I go. All the lassies shout, hello! Donald, where's your trousers? Well, a lady took me to the ball. It was slippery in the hall. I was afraid that I might fall because I wasn't wearing trousers. Let the wind blow high, the wind blow low. Down the street in the kilt I go. All the lassies shout, hello! Donald, where's your trousers? When I caught a cold and my clothes was dry. No handkerchief at all. So I hiked to my kilt and I gave it a blow. You can't do that with trousers. Let the wind blow high, the wind blow low. Down the street in the kilt I go. All the lassies shout, hello! Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, the wind blow low. Down the street in the kilt I go. All the lassies shout, hello! Donald, where's your trousers? Thank you, guys.
In these times, we all need a medical miracle, of course. And this next song is about one. This actually comes to us from history, although a little bit distorted. There used to be a medicinal compound by the late, great Lydia Pinkham. It was good for whatever ails you. I believe this was in the 1800s. Today we would refer to this as a snake oil scam type thing. It's supposed to cure everything. And we have actually met a few years ago. We were playing in Elizabethtown, and we met a woman in her 90s who said when she was a young woman, she took Lydia Pinkham's medicinal compound as a form of birth control. And then she introduced us to several of her 10 children who were with her that night. True story. So it didn't work, but it comes down to us through Irish musical history as Lily the Pink.
Here's a story, a little bit gory, a little bit happy, a little bit sad. Lily the Pink and her medicinal compound, how it slowly drove her to the bad. Old Ebenezer thought he was Julius Caesar, so they put him in a home. There they gave him medicinal compound, now he's emperor of Rome.
Well, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, to save it up.
The human race,
she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case.
Freddie Klinger, the opera singer, could break glasses with his voice, they said.
Figaro.
He rubbed his tonsils with medicinal compound, now they break glasses over his head.
Well, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, to save it up. The human race, she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case.
Mr. Frears, he had sticky out ears, and it made him awful shy. So they gave him medicinal compound, now he's learning how to fly.
Wow, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, to save it up. The human race, she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case.
Meet Johnny Hammer, who had a terrible stammer. He could hardly say a word, so they gave him medicinal drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Marie McMillan, she had no children, though she loved them very dear. So they gave her medicinal compound, now she has them twice a year. Wow, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Uncle Paul, he was very small, he was the shortest man in town. He rubbed his body with medicinal compound, now he's 6 feet, but under the ground. Well, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Lily died and she went up to heaven, all the church bells they did ring. She took with her medicinal compound, hark the herald angels sing. Wow, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Wow, drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the savior of the human race. She invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, it's polka time. Hopefully some of you will take advantage of that. We're going to do a set of Irish polkas. So if you want to grab a partner and get up and dance, we welcome that. Otherwise, the clapping, stomping, that all's great too. So just make some noise. This is just water, by the way. Yeah, it's just water.
Irish water.
Thank you.
So what do you think? We had 2 more songs to do. Do you think we should keep doing them? All right, we're going to keep doing them. Irish Rain, or do you want to do Excursion? I'll ask you, do you want a sort of a romantic song, or do you want a song about seasickness?
Seasickness?
I'm hearing seasickness. All right. Okay. It's Excursion Round the Bay. You picked the song that has a little bit of audience participation, and I'm looking at you people at home. You need to do it too. I hope I was pointing in the right direction. Is that where they're... Excellent. All right. The song is called Excursion Round the Bay. These are also the last 4 words of the chorus. When you hear those words, you need to make a fist. Work with me, people. Make a fist. Throw it straight up in the air and shout, "Hey!" Hey! All right, we're going to try that when you hear the words Excursion Round the Bay. Hey! That was slow. Excursion Round the Bay. Hey! Excursion Round the Bay. Hey! Excursion Round the Bay. Hey! All right, we're going to do Excursion Round the Bay. Hey! I can see why you're the executive director. Thank you.
Well, it was on a Monday morning, and the day became fine. A Harbour Grace excursion with the boys who had the time. And just before the sail, I took the gangway from the pier. I saw some fellow homie wait for but as a volunteer.
Oh no!
Oh me, oh my, I heard me always cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always say, I wish I never taken this excursion around the bay.
Hey! You were a little premature. I'm just saying you were early. Very good, though.
Oh, we had 300 souls aboard. Oh, what a splendid sight.
Big boat.
The strong and regimental to make me spirits bright. And myself been in the double and the funny things they say. They choke themselves from laughing when they see us in the bay. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay.
Hey! Very good. Right on time. All around.
Oh, my wife, she got no better. She turned a sickly grin.
Ooh.
I fed her cake and candy for pork and kerosene.
What? Why?
Cause her oil and sugar of candy, or a purlin on her face.
Yuck!
She said she'll be a dandy when we reaches Harbour Grace. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay.
Hey! Very good. They're better every time.
Oh, my wife, she got no better. My wife, my darling dear.
So sad.
The screeches from her truly, they're here in Carbonear.
That's far.
Tried every place in Harbour Grace, tried every store and shop.
For what?
To get her something for the cure or take her to the hop.
lobby.
Oh me, oh my, I heard me always cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay.
Hey! There's one more verse. So make your final haze really loud.
She died below the Brandies as we were coming back.
Tragic.
We buried her in the ocean, wrapped up in a Union Jack.
Splash!
So now I am a single man in search for a pretty face. And a woman that says she'll have me sure we're up the Harbour Grace. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. Hey! Oh my, I heard me always cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard me always say, I wish I'd never taken this excursion around the bay. Hey!
Excellent job. Thank you.
Well done, well done. Thank you so very much.
And nobody got sick. Excellent.
We have one more song for you. We are Fire in the Glen. We're so very glad we could be here. If you ever want to see us again, that's, we're hoping that you will. You can find our schedule online at fireintheglen.com. You can also like us on Facebook. If you can't remember those website addresses, they're written inside our CDs, which are also for sale. We have several CDs, including one we just put out, which is a Celtic Christmas CD, that came out last year. So we hope to see you again. Thank you for having us here. We're going to do, like I said, one more song. We're going to veer away from our usual Irish, Scottish, traditional material here and do a Lancaster County original song. This is a Fire in the Glen original. It's about Lancaster County's most famous export. What is the county known to the rest of the world for? Right, pirates. So this is our song, the Susquehanna Pirates. So please give us your best heave-hays, heave-hoes, way-hays, and the occasional buccaneerial arr.
I used to be a farmer and I made a living fine. Had a little stretch of land along the Lebanon line.
Up north.
Though I tried and tried, the money wasn't there. Bankers came and took my land and told me fair was fair.
Mean bankers?
Looked for every kind of job, the answer always no.
No.
Hire you now, they always said we just let 20 go. The government, they promised me a measly little sum, but I got too much pride to end up just another bum. So I thought, who gives a darn if poverty draws near? I'm gonna be the Susquehanna's greatest buccaneer.
Buccaneer, that's kind of expensive for corn this time of year.
It really is.
And it's a heave-ho,
hi-ho, sailing early morn, stealing ripe tobacco and silver queen white corn. And it's a ho, hey, way,
hey!
Farmers, bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger off the Susquehanna shores.
Arr, albums.
You'd think the local farmers would know that I'm at large. Just the other day I sank an unsuspecting barge. I snuck up right behind them and they were none the wiser. I rammed their ship and sank it and stole their fertilizer. Bridge outside Columbia spans the mighty river. Farmers crossing so much fear their stomachs are a quiver. Cause they know the Shoot like Jake is waiting for some fun. I'll jump the bridge and steal their beans and leave them there with none.
She took my beans.
I did. It's a heave-ho, hi-ho, sailing early morn, stealing ripe tobacco and silver queen white corn. And it's a ho, hey, way,
hey!
Farmers, bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger off the Susquehanna shores. The pirate life's appealing and it calls to seamen true. You hear the Conestoga's home to many a pirate crew. They sail their way through intercourse, cap and bird in hand, and you're bound to lose your chow-chow if you cross their merry band. Ship a sword, a skull and bones, a very little stress. I never pay my income tax, forget the IRS.
Yes!
Harrisburg to have it a grace, I leave them high and dry. But boys, I ain't no dummy, I steer clear of TMI.
Closed now.
Oh, sad. And
It's a heave-ho,
hi-ho, sailing early morn, stealing ripe tobacco and silver queen white corn. And it's a ho, hey, way,
hey!
Farmers, bar your doors when you see the Jolly Roger off the Susquehanna shores. The state police can catch us, their boats are awful slow. When the wind's against us, watch our Flying Dutchman row.
Heave-ho.
Last week they almost caught us when we came into the dock. So now we keep a lookout posted up on Chicky's Rock. We never pay our hotel bill, we always steal the towels. Night we slip ashore, have a beer and tip some cows. Soon we hear the river call, it's time to sail once more. Tobacco fleet is moving, so let's hear each pirate roar.
Pirate roar! Oh, come on, how often do you get asked to roar like a pirate at a Sea Glass Gala? Pirate roar! That was good.
1, 2, 3, and it's
a
heave-ho, hi-ho, sailing early morn, stealing ripe tobacco and silver queen white corn. And it's a ho, hey, way,
hey!
Farmers, bar your doors when you see the
Jolly Stoltzfus off the
Susquehanna shores. Arr. Thank you. Written by Tom.
Thank you very much. We are Fire in the Glen. Thanks again for having us here. Enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you for the work you do. Have a great night.
Well, thank you, Tom, Mick, and Megan. You checked all the boxes. You're exciting, you're eclectic, you're rollicking, blistering, and mug thumping. I just have one question. Gerald, where are my trousers? That was great. Thank you very, very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, and this doesn't impact you at home, but I'm looking out the window. It's getting kind of ugly weather-wise. So we're going to end with a raffle. How's that sound? We're going to rifle through the raffle. Are you ready? Anita, are you ready? Let's go. So this year is a little different. I don't run into the audience looking for culprits. They're coming to me. So I am going to draw a name. Is that right, from the fishbowl? Anita, you're going to read the name. So raffle number 1 is the Eden Resort suite package bed and breakfast overnight accommodation with breakfast at Arthur's and a Sunday brunch. Can't go wrong with that. You ready? Drum roll. What's that? Oh, swish it. Okay, who's reading it? You are.
Ginny Kleppinger.
Ginny Kleppinger. All right. Congratulations, Ginny. Item number...
At home watching.
At home watching? Okay. Item number 2.
Item number 2.
This is the beautiful David Yerman Albion Collection sterling silver necklace. Are you ready? Oh, shoveling around. I'm looking for mine, for Terry. Terry, quite contrary. And the winner is?
Bob Bowman.
Bob Bowman. Bob here?
No.
No, okay. Item number 3. I signed up for this one myself, the historic walking tour of downtown Lancaster. I hope I get it. The winner of this will not be disappointed, trust me. It's a walking tour and it's also lunch at C'est la Vie. And it's sponsored by the Samaritan board.
Yes.
You ready? Here we go.
Ann Martin.
Ann Martin.
Again, another virtual winner.
Another virtual winner. That's awesome. But you have to come here, Ann, and pick it up. We do walking tours whenever you want, Ann. So I'm happy to do it. Item number 4. I hear raindrops on the canvas roof. A day with Tom Baum Landscaping. This one is awesome. This means you can sit with your iced tea and lemonade and watch 2 people sweat in your garden. I mean, what a cool raffle this is. I don't have a garden, so I didn't put anything into this one. Okay. Anita, roll the name.
Judy Huddleston.
Judy Huddleston.
Yeah.
Judy here?
Nope.
Judy's not here. You have to come as well. It's raining. Bring your umbrella. Item number 5. Art by Lisa Madensbacher. Lisa does great work. There it is. Todd. No, you're not Todd. You're
Daryl.
Daryl. Where's your trousers, Daryl?
It's Don.
Sorry, Daryl. It goes with the territory. You come up here with me, you never know.
And this one goes to Joyce Nolt.
Joyce Nolt is the winner of Lisa's piece of art. Really?
We need to have a
Does that mean no one in this room is a winner? Item number 6, Sunday brunch at Lancaster Country Club for 20. I always say, why would you want to do 20 in your own house when you can come here? Wow, there's a lot of tickets. No one likes to cook anymore. There you go. The winner is
Faye and Jerry Schultz.
Faye and Jerry Schultz. They're here, right?
She's right there.
All right. You have to come and get it yourself.
Here she is.
Oh, you're here. All right. Well, forget it. Congratulations. Item number 7 of 12. We're getting near the end. Jewelry by Brent L. Miller. This is the Apple Watch bracelet. Did you see that? What is an Apple Watch? I don't. You have one. Wow. I'm impressed.
I want the bracelet too, so pull
You
my
want the
name.
bracelet?
Yeah, pull my name.
Okay, there it is.
This one goes to Randy Riggs.
Randy Riggs. Randy's not here.
No, he's not.
Randy's not here. You have to come and get it, Randy. All right, item number 8. I like this one too. This is Dude for a Day and David Lyle, Home and Design. It's a good one. You ready? You ready, Linda?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm stuck. My hand's stuck in the cookie jar. All right, Anita?
Oh, you gave me 2.
I gave you 2. Don't get technical.
Hey, this goes to Robin Doherty, who's on our board. But she's
Robin
not
is
here
on the
tonight.
board? She's on the board?
Yep.
Way to go. Not here, though, right? Item number 9 of 12. Barb? Mix them around here. All right, this is the limousine ride 6-hour excursion in Lancaster County. And I'm not ready yet, Anita. And wine tasting at Walt's Winery.
Now you're ready. Okay. And this goes to Rachel Good.
Rachel Good. Rachel Good. She's here. Right there.
No, I don't think it's that Rachel Good, is it?
Yes, it is. Come up here, Rachel. We need somebody to come up to the mic.
I'm sorry. She was a last minute.
Where are we
Yay.
here? 10. Item number 10 of 12. This.
10, because it's only 10. Where are you? Oh.
Actually,
that says 10. That says 10.
I said 10.
I thought you said, okay.
I said 10 of 12. Anita, stop drinking at these events. I don't drink anymore at these events.
Gerald can testify I cannot do math. So just
10 of 12, I'm keep going.
Okay.
This is a week at Ocean City, Maryland. 7 days, 6 nights. Suntan lotion included? Yes. Donated by Faye and Jerry Schultz. Fishbowl, please.
This one has a lot of tickets.
This has a lot of tickets. You have a lot of bathing beauties here. Okay. Where's your trousers? What's the number?
This one goes to Sue Young.
Sue Young. Virtual.
Virtual.
Virtual. Congratulations, Sue. Number 11 of 12. Dinner at the Lancaster Dispensing Company and 4 tickets to Fulton Theater Broadway show. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay. And the winner is
Amy Lewis.
Amy Lewis. Congratulations, Amy.
I don't know. Back over there?
So we have 2 winners in this room so far. That's not bad. It's better than the Phillies. Did I say that? Now, is this it? This is the grand finale. This is the Indy 500 trip to the pit. Whoever wins, tell me about the pit. I need to know what it's like to be in the pit. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Then the winner is
Eric Eshelman.
Eric Eshelman, virtual.
Virtual.
Okay, congratulations, Eric Eshelman. Is that a wrap for the night?
That is a wrap.
That is a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, here and far, thank you so much for letting me entertain you and entertain myself. I always enjoy doing these. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. And please return home safely. We need you next year. And thank you everyone at home for attending and putting up with me. Take care. Good night. That was like the fastest one we've ever done. Yeah.